Narration volume. Narration volume. Narration volume set to 100. Narration volume set to 100. Narration volume set. Narration volume set to 100.
Navy ready for kickoff as we get this game started. The returner will field it and try to get some field position. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. From the gun, the ground game. Get some work done there. Pick up a 4 to the 22. The Buckeyes will hustle to the line. Back to pass, it's Bradford. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. Grabbed in the middle, it's Thomas. Has plenty for the first down, and they stop him at the 28. And the Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Bringing the heat. Got his man on the right. Out across the 30 to the 39 after getting 10 on that one. The Buckeye aerial attack continues to be prolific. You feel as if they're on the verge of scoring on any snap.
And it's such a good blend between such great offensive talent year after year after year that you see go to the draft, but also great play calling, great play design. They've always got it working, and you know this offense is always capable of hanging 40 points and making it look easy.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to. And instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball, man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
Good route on the comeback, and he makes the catch. The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now, get ready for another one.
Fires to the middle. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
This defensive coaching staff, they love their secondary, and they love the matchups they have. They believe they've got 5 guys at least back there that can cover one-on-one. You saw a great example of it there on 3rd down, forcing the incompletion.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Give to Brown. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down. The Buckeyes, really the entire state, they pride themselves on toughness. Establishing the ability to run the ball when they want to has always been important here.
Part of that Midwest lifestyle, but when you're Ohio State, you recruit at such a high level. You're going to get great offensive linemen, great running backs, so it's not a surprise that they're usually a physical unit.
Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal.
This guy just is so comfortable running routes, and he has such a good feel for those soft spots on defense there. They're playing zone coverage, so he's able to find that pocket, make it easy on his quarterback, and they pick up the 1st down.
The Buckeyes are in the hurry-up. Dropping back, it's Bradford. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Well, on the opening drive of the game, establishing a rhythm and a cadence offensively is really, really important. They've done some good things on this 1st drive to put them in this situation. Obviously, you just threw an incompletion on 2nd.
Touchdown, Ohio State! Quick strike through the air for the score.
What a nice job by the offense. 1st drive of the game, they matriculate it down the field, put themselves in a goal-to-go situation on 3rd down. It's not going to be easy throwing it, but they win the matchup, accurate throw, and they get paid.
Caught inside the 20, chance for a good return. Maybe if he could have eluded just 1 or 2 more guys, it would have been a big return, but they'll mark it at the 30. Running back searching for a hole. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Not a lot of daylight. He gets 1 to the 32.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. It's complete. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, after watching the other offense go down the field and score a touchdown, you know this guy's trying to lead his offense to do the exact same thing. That was a big 3rd down. I know there's a lot of football left to play, but you're trying to establish confidence as early as possible. That last throw is really going to help out your team.
Couldn't ask for much more there. A 1st down, and they're down to the 42.
And in back-to-back plays, you understand full well why the DC talking to us this week was like, this guy's a handful. Like, he shows the ability.
Oh, he's got some space. Nice pick up on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the 1st down. The brigade celebrating another first down, and that's really the way Navy's always done it. You can even think back to the great Napoleon McCallum, who ran through defenses at will.
Simple, but so disciplined, right? Like running the option year after year, you got to have discipline. Not surprising, Navy is always good at it because so many young men with such discipline, they can run a system and really just continue to methodically move the ball down the field.
Second down coming up.
Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. Navy lifts anchor in the red zone. Quarterback will keep it. Can't get him to the ground. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points.
And that's a first down for the offense.
The midshipmen move the sticks with that powerful running game. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Got enough space. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Quarterback looks for a little space.
The offense just continues to matriculate the ball downfield, and they're finding a lot of different ways to generate these first downs. They do it right there on the quarterback sneak.
And a scrum on the goal line. No signal yet from the officials, but it doesn't appear that he got in.
And nice job by this defense. You kind of knew something like this was coming. Great job. You got to get penetration. First thing you have to do is get up under that center. Make it really hard for him to go forward right now. Nice penetration, stopping the quarterback sneak.
Sneaks it in.
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in the running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On design runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Just a pickup of a couple out to the 15-yard line.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Dropping back, it's Bradford. That's caught. It's Brown. And he was able to run through a tackle, and they finally get him, but not until he picks up the first down. On first down from their own 22. Looking to throw on first down. Pressure coming. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And the QB leaves the pocket and he scrambles out and he goes to his right. And I love how he keeps his eyes down the field, trying to make a play, trying to throw the football, but the relentless chase. I love it. Getting to the quarterback. He throws an inaccurate pass because he gets whacked as he throws the football. Nice job chasing by the defense.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the right. With the catch, it's Moore. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line.
And you just could not allow that to happen defensively, giving up a big play like that. They're going to need to now play with some sense of urgency if they're not going to give up any points here before the end of the half.
And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this third down play. They'll try to get the first through the air. Got his man. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Caught in the backfield, it's Brown. Quick step and go. And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for one or two more plays. The Buckeyes will line it up on 1st and 10. They'll throw it from the red zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And he's dragged down after the interception, and that's how we'll close out the first half. They want to get the ball back right now, lining up for an onside kick to start the second half. They're on it, and they get it back for another drive. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back.
Catch inside the 25. Touchdown, Buckeyes. They take the lead with the 6.
And the defense lets the big tight end get behind him, and you could see it. When he saw his tight end streaking down the field, he knew he had to throw it up in the air, let him go make a play. He does it. Big play for this offense.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Finds his way up to the 24 before he goes out of bounds. And the offense out on the field to go back to work. Now on the option. Now the pitch. He'll get it across the 30-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 32 as this offense is trying to do some work. The midshipman could get really aggressive here on 2nd and short. Leaves it with the running back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense.
Turning it on! Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38.
The defensive line just is not physical enough against the run. Too many guys getting pushed around, too many guys not playing with great gap integrity, and the linebackers aren't able to fill. That's been a problem when we're trying to stop this running game.
And I tell you what, no secret on this drive. This offense, they're not trying to maintain balance. They're trying to line up and just dot you right in the eyes. 4 straight runs, get the first down, and really starting to play physical.
He's in open space downfield. Wrestled out of bounds at the 12, and another productive play on this drive.
And the old school toss play, huh? A little just toss to the right, get the running back on the run. A little bit more space, too, out wide where you can see, like, oh, where am I going to go? Where's the hole? As opposed to when you run right up the gut. So I like the mix-up. I like to...
And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Navy!
And there's so many targets to focus on and so many elite playmakers, and they just lost him. They lost the running back out of the backfield. He catches the football, does the rest, takes it into the end zone. What a nice weapon to have on your team.
All tied up and just about set to kick it away. And they did tack on the extra point. And he takes this from inside the 5. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike score. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that intercepted, and the defense has set them up.
What a game-changing play by this defense. Nice job. You got them backed up in their own territory coming out. Now you force the turnover, set your offense up with some great scoring field position.
This offense has it with really good field position. Now on the move. Lowers those pads. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll give it to the back. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to...
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, midshipman. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. He's out of bounds at the 24, probably looking for a little more on that return, but that's where his offense will go to work. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. The give to the back. Gets the nose of the ball to the 25, give him 1.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
That's why the bullet pass is so important. Sometimes these defenses, they don't give you big windows to throw into, and you want to take that chance, but you cannot lob that football down the field and get it in there. Nice use of the bullet pass, my friend.
Got his man downfield. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down. And the Buckeyes moving quickly to the line. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open. Breaks into the open. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. The Buckeyes are on the move.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo.
And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. They get him on the ground after the turnover, but there is a flag on the field, and we'll see if that will be a reprieve for this offense. Defense a little too eager on that last one, and now it's 1st and 5. To the air, it's Bradford. Makes the catch, it's Brown. And they make the tackle, but it'll be enough for a first down, and we'll see if they get another play off here in the 3rd. We've reached the break, and Navy holds the lead. They've done the work to build a nice cushion now to bring it home as we check out the stats after 3 quarters. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Wants to throw on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Brown. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. The Buckeyes looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. Wants to go up top on first down. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. He'll try to take it back. Navy ready for kickoff as we get this game started. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. Handoff from the gun. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up one.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually...
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
Coming into the game, the defense talked about, man, they really wanted to get to this quarterback. Well, it didn't take long. 2 plays in, they get to him, and they get the sack.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Complete to the left. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
Well, it's a nice job tackling on defense. I know one guy missed, but you saw the effort. Other guys coming and flying to the football. They knew how big that third down was. They had to get the stop to give themselves a chance to now get off the field.
So we're scoreless, their first drive of the game, and this coach is wasting no time taking a gamble by going for it on fourth down. The Rebels will put toe to leather and will get started. From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25.
First and 10.
The give to the back. Crosses the 30 to the 31, a 6-yard gain.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Navy comes to the line facing second and short. This is a designed run, and this one will be stopped for no gain.
No gain on the play. It's third down.
Navy now facing third and short. To the ground with the back. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. So the last thing you want to do is start the game, first drive, go 3 and out. They won't do that here. They might go 4 and out, but they'll try to convert here.
I think that's a big advantage of having a tiny quarterback, right? Is he can find little creases to wedge his body into to pick up short yardage plays like that on the QB sneak on fourth down.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. He'll toss it. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard.
Really good job by this defense, understanding responsibility football, playing the first option, playing the second option. There was absolutely nowhere to go. Nice job being dialed in exactly where the ball was going and how to get them to the ground.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time, and they're able to make a quick stop.
He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain.
It's nice for this D coordinator when he puts his nickel package out on the field, because that nickel player he's got who subs in is good in coverage. He's also aggressive. He does a nice job blitzing, and he can play the run. They can spy the quarterback. There's a lot of different tools this guy's got to defend against a mobile quarterback, and I think you saw a little bit right there in that nickel package, now setting up fourth and long.
They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
And he keeps it himself. A good decision there, and it gives this offense a first down. The Mids are always going to have a threat to run it at quarterback, whether it's Ricky Dobbs or Kaiponoa Kaheaku and Hata.
God bless you. Yeah, and as a Navy quarterback, being those guys in history, just got to make great decisions, but you got to make them fast, and you got to make them often when you run the option play after play.
Well, you can see the effect that last run play had on the defense. They had a really good-looking run, and all of a sudden they come back with play action. Everybody bites. They play downhill, and it opens up a guy up top for the offense. Really nice job setting up that shot play to get an explosive one through the air.
He'll wedge it in there on the quarterback sneak. The sneak scores it.
Touchdown, Navy.
Now, coaches always talk about starting fast and taking that opening drive and really setting the tone for the football game, and that is exactly what they did, and they finish it with a good brand of physicality, running the football, ending the drive, and getting off to the 6-0 start.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. He's able to sneak his way across the 20 and steps out at the 21. Pulls it in. It's Moore. Terrific job getting to him. There was nowhere to go.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Off play action. Rushes on him. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. At the end of the quarter, Navy has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Oh, he wants it all. Snatches it on the run. Love to see these third down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line.
And I love it when quarterbacks attack the whole field. Nice job using the sideline. When you attack the middle of the field, those safeties very much get involved. So do the linebackers. You get a lot of one-on-one matchups towards the outside. Nice job throwing it towards the sideline, and the receiver making the big play down the field.
From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Got it in the middle, it's Bernard. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone, or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick.
There he goes. He's at the 20. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. Boy, did he just scorch that defense for that score.
He shows you all of it, Reese. He's got the speed, he's got the agility. This dude's a big-time playmaker. You just give him the ball, and he'll find different ways to kill you on different plays.
From inside the 15, chance for a good return. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Give to the running back. That'll be a gain of 5 out to the 27.
All right, great little run there. Listen, it wasn't phenomenal. He didn't get a first down, but what does it do? Now it makes second down easier. The play caller looking at his sheet going, all right, I can throw it, I can run it, still in a great position, ready to stay ahead of the chains.
He'll try to do it himself. They get him on the ground, didn't see anything downfield, but made a little something out of it.
I love when you change the launch point, when you move the quarterback and bootleg him outside of the pocket. You can see he does a really good job of gaining depth as he goes outside. Now he's a threat to run the football or throw it. Guys have to drop back a little bit, then he can run the football and get a positive gain.
They make the stop, but not before he picks up a first down for Navy. We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. The give to the tailback. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
They'll stop him at the 46 after a 5-yard pickup.
And already it's completely changed the game. Like now it's 11-on-11 football. The quarterback used to hand it off and stand there and watch the play. Now he's very much involved in the play. He's running the football so much, and even when he's not, he's making somebody go with him and cover him. So the quarterback scrambling, the quarterback running, has completely changed the way people play defense.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
They'll run the option. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Well, obviously a really nice play by the defense there stopping the option, but I think that's on the quarterback because it looked like his pitch option was wide open. That ball should have gone to the running back out on the perimeter. It looked like he had some open field in front of him to go make something positive happen. This quarterback's got to make better decisions. It's not just the passing game. It's in the run game with the option, too.
Now they'll run it on the toss. They run him out of bounds. He gets it to the 47.
Hey, how about it? How about the old toss play, right? QB catches the ball, tosses it to the running back. Listen, it's got to be thrown out in front of him so he can continue to run, and then an offensive line has to do a really good job of getting the edge so he can get north and south. Used to see that play a ton back in the day. You just don't see much of it anymore.
He'll do it himself. Oh, he's got some space. Past the 20. Touchdown, Navy! Excellent pass by the back on the option.
And they pound the rock. The run game comes through late in the first half when you needed it. Now they take the lead. They take the momentum. That's how you end the first half.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. They march 78 yards down the field, and they finish it off in style with a 47-yard touchdown run. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. He leaves it with the back. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line.
Great offenses always stay ahead of the chains. That run right there, now you're in a good position. It's not second and long. It's not third and long. Now it's the whole playbook's open. The defense really has to honor run and pass on the next snap.
They'll try the run. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Shotgun snap on third down. He'll pull it down and run. Find space on the right. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. On fourth down, looking for the completion. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
That's the end of the first half. With the score, Navy 14, UNLV 7.
Navy will kick it deep to get the second half underway. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. And the returner will be knocked down.
Kick returners just have to do a better job knowing where they are on the field and what the situation is. That's a ball you got to let go through the end zone. That's a touchback. Instead, you're trying to be the hero, and now you've done yourself more harm than good. The offense starting in terrible field position.
UNLV ready to go back to work on offense. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football, Palmer, out of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question.
And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line.
Well, we've seen this offense struggle early in this game protecting the quarterback. They went in at halftime, thought they'd made the right adjustments, but it's not looking like it right now. They're still having issues keeping this guy standing up straight. Up front, they're just getting beat across the board.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Now the play fake. Fires to the wideout. Finds his man. It's Smith. And he's out of bounds after the nice gain, and maybe that is finally the spark to get this passing game going.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Wide receiver going in motion. They'll leave it with him. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
There he goes at the 30. And he put his foot in the ground and turned it upfield and turned it into a big play. Great decision to keep it.
Listen, anybody can run the option, and it looks great. Multiple options going to be very hard to defend. The quarterback has to make great decisions. Nice read, nice job running the football, chewing up some yards and making a big play.
They say it's still a game of field position, and that last one just flipped this baby. They've got it 1st and 10 in the red zone. Leaves it with the back. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
Brings up second down.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Going to swing it on second down. Here's a heat. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
Well, this quarterback normally makes defenses look very silly week in, week out with his speed, but he has yet to face a defense like this. This defense accepted the challenge. They have stepped up. They have been disruptive. They have been living in the backfield all game long. That already the 3rd sack of the game for this unit.
They'll run play action. Looking for the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Really nice 3rd down sub-defense there that time. It's 3rd and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, and now forcing the incompletion, setting up 4th.
He got a little antsy at the line of scrimmage, and they'll move him back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They're just treating the entire stadium as if it's 4-down territory. Odd decision here to go for it, 4th and very, very long. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Incomplete, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
Well, they're unable to come up with that one on fourth down, and I remember this as a player. You practice specific plays on fourth down for those types of situations, and you know all week against the scout team, they've gotten really clean looks, easy to execute against. They didn't get a clean look that time, so you chalk it up to the defense and take note of it next time. You might not run that play again if you're in a similar situation.
Here's the handoff. Runs through a tackle. They get him stopped at the 32. That's a gain of 4.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Quarterback keeps it. Turning it on. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. They'll run the toss. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. On the option. Quarterback on the keeper. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, after ripping off a big-time run on his opening carry, a negative play this time around, and this is going to be key. They're going to keep giving him the ball, and they need him to have more positive plays than negative ones if they're going to win.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Looking to throw, it's Tebow. Caught over the middle, it's Ellis. He's brought down at the 44-yard line, and the defense making a play on third down. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. Navy never afraid to go for it on fourth down, and they will to open the fourth. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got an open. for kickoff as we get this game started. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. They go to the ground. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know, if you want to run the ball up the middle, you're going to have to block that guy. I mean, nobody even touched him, and he slanted right into the backfield, made the tackle for loss.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception.
Not only did they turn it over with the interception, but they've now set their defense up in a really tough spot deep in their own end.
Great place to start for this offense. Power football with the run. Brought down after a pickup of 2 to the 19.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. They'll send the back in motion. They'll run the option. Fighting off the defender. He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short. Navy to the line, needing just a few inches on 3rd down. Tries to surge ahead on the sneak. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
Here comes Navy back to the line after picking up the 1st down. Quarterback extends the play. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, midshipman! A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Motion from the back. Give to the single back. Weaves his way ahead and gets 5 out to the 18-yard line.
I know that wasn't a huge, sexy gain. I know not everybody's jumping up and down, but what it does do is put you in a great position to succeed on 2nd down. 2nd and 10, really hard. 3rd and 10, really hard. Now you're in a manageable situation. It really gives you the whole playbook.
He makes the tackle at the 24-yard line. It's a pickup of 5, and they'll have a 1st down.
Well, they execute the end route, and how about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
Back to throw, it's Braxton. He'll off one deep down the left side. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming.
And it didn't take long early in the game. That's the matchup everybody has their eyes on. One of the best receivers in the game, one of the best DBs in the game. They're going to be going toe-to-toe all game long. That time, the defender comes away with an early win in the matchup, but the war is not over. We're going to see many more battles as this game goes on.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Just keep slinging it. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Cannot get away. It is a huge sack, and I can't imagine what he was thinking on that play.
Really good play by this defense, and you know exactly what you're getting with this guy. Man, he is electric. He is dynamic. He'll make plays, so you got to do a good job of containing him in the pocket, and when he starts to scramble, chase from one side.
He hurls one deep down the left side. Downfield and incomplete, the defense holds.
Well, I knew the coach was confident in his offense. I did not know he was that confident this early in the game. 4th and long. I thought he'd just punt that one away and let his defense take the field. Interesting.
He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
He'll be pushed out of bounds just short of the end zone, and that one saved a touchdown at least for now. As they come to the line, they've moved it, but they need one more yard on it. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Navy!
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll start the return inside his 5. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. The corners are walked up tight. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And these coaches have these play sheets over there on the sidelines, and there's so many calls they want to call, and they want to make explosive plays. But you got to protect your QB, and he's already been sacked. Now he's hit again. Like, they've got to protect him up front if they want a chance of doing damage on the offensive side of the football.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. And now this offense will try to overcome that 2nd down incompletion. Looking downfield, it's Braxton. Gets rid of it. It's complete on the right side. He stopped at the 15. Not enough for the 1st down, and you'd think we'd see the punt team. On 4th and 7, analytics, gut feel, or maybe just wanting to keep the offense out there. They'll go for it. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. It falls incomplete, and we'll change ends of the field to get things started back up. We've reached the break, and Navy holds the lead. They largely dominated this 1st quarter as indicated by the stats. So 1st down here as they go back to work. Sends it back in motion, trying to get the corner. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal.
Man, that dude just hits the gas and just goes. How nice is it as an offensive coordinator to have a quarterback that you can run just like a tailback? And you got a tailback in the backfield with him all the time, and he can throw so many options, but you just see the speed when he hits the gas, and it
Scores on the sneak.
Man, I've been really impressed with this offense this first half. Coming in a hostile environment, hostile crowd. Man, they haven't given them anything to cheer about. Offense, defense, now up 20-0, and these people are eerily quiet in here.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. It was finished off with the quarterback sneak. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They're looking at a 21-point hole. There's still time to do some work, but there's also no... Breaks into the open. He's at the 40. At the 20. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. So close to cashing it in for this offense. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. After the score, we'll see if that breathes a little fire into it.
And you see it all the time, right? You get that score, you get that energy, the crowd gets involved, and the defense got to get out and get you a stop. But this was step one to getting them back in the ballgame.
They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football.
We're only in the first half, and I don't think anybody had onside kick in the second quarter on their bingo card. They were trying to catch the opponent off guard, but it didn't work. Now let's find out what this offense can do. You have got to make them pay for gambling like that.
Crosses the 30, he's got away. And he's finally forced out of bounds. Another first down, and he has just been running wild on this defense.
I mean, these quarterbacks nowadays can run so fast. Think about who you've got chasing them. Defensive linemen, those big old defensive tackles, defensive ends, linebackers. They can't catch them because they're faster than them nowadays. So much speed, so much electricity now with these guys.
Well, this guy's a weapon, throwing it and running it, and you know he's going to try to hurt this defense with his legs.
It puts so much stress on the defensive line to chase him, and the fact that the play is extended so long.
Yeah, if they've got a spy defensively, if someone's athletic enough to run with this guy, that's going to be maybe a sound move moving forward schematically.
Awesome job. Run the football, right? It's really basic. Go to those plays you know can get you first downs, get you some extra set of downs, then you can go make big plays.
We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. This offense has been running wild in the first half, but wait, they want more before they go to the locker room. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, midshipman. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. They'll go to the ground. They'll give him a couple. That leaves him with 3rd and 8. Trying to pick up a first down. Back to pass, it's Braxton. He's got him. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down.
And listen, that's not a surprise. Obviously, they want to throw the football on 3rd down to try to get a first down, but it got absolutely nowhere. Great job by the defense, rallying up and actually getting a tackle for a loss.
And this will fall. The Seminoles will kick it away to start us off. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Running back searching for a hole. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
Well, they try to go quarterback designed run on that play, but the defense just not buying it. Nice job, everybody playing downhill and making a tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
The midshipmen come to the line facing 3rd and short. Off the boot, looking for his man. Going to try to get it himself. Didn't find much running room there. Picks up a few before he's forced out of bounds.
And usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity, not keeping him in the pocket, letting him get outside, and then he can do damage. Then it's the next play that you have to play instead of just the original pass. So defense has got to do a better job keeping that guy in the pocket.
And I think that time the quarterback made the wrong read. He was trying to pitch it. He didn't have to, though. There was a lot of green grass and space out in front of him. If he just holds on to that football, he might not score a touchdown, but he's definitely going to be able to at least get positive yards. I think that's a play on the option the quarterback would like to have back.
He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Navy now facing 3rd and short. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44.
QBs that can run completely change your game plan. I mean, every single bit of it. You have to understand now as a pass rusher, I got to keep him in the pocket. I got to understand all the zone read concepts. And
there he goes. Rolls inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and now they're threatening.
I love when QBs break the pocket and still look to attack. Because as soon as you break the pocket, I'm thinking, oh, man, he's going to take off and run, and I might come up. But those big plays can be made down the field. Nice job by the quarterback keeping his eyes down the field.
They make the stop, and he got work done on the ground, picking up 6 to the 23.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
The midshipmen come to the line facing 3rd and short. They'll try to run for it. Oh, he's got a chance. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Navy!
You love as a head coach to watch your offense take the field and establish a rhythm and consistency the way they did there. Everything they dialed up was working to perfection. They go 10 plays on the opening drive and cap it off with a touchdown.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown, and it was capped with an explosive 22-yard run. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25.
On the double.
Looking to pass, it's Simpson. Taking a shot on the first play. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
Yeah, and you can tell the timing wasn't great and quarterback, receiver not on the same page, but when you're going to miss, don't miss towards the DB. You definitely want to miss out towards the sideline so you don't get yourself in trouble.
Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Looking to fire. Pocket breaking down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And that's a really good job by this defense, a complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Snags it over the middle. Oh, he's got some space. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Yeah, and what a nice job seeing it, reacting, and throwing. When you run these RPOs, you want to read the defense really quickly. Is he playing run? Okay, boom, I'm going to throw the slant right behind him. Nice job by the QB.
Back to pass. Throws for the tight end. A strike downfield. They make the stop, but not before he wraps up this first period with a huge gain. At the end of the quarter, Navy has the lead. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second.
Navy 7, Florida State 0.
Starting off this quarter, close enough to smell the goal line. Gets the back moving. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him.
Well, that's not the direction you want to go offensively here. Down close to the goal line, you don't want to be going backward. I think these receivers, they need to be a little bit more decisive. Just catch the ball and get what you can get.
And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
On third and goal, they'll throw it. Touchdown, Florida State. Quick strike through the air for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game day.
He's out of bounds at the 17-yard line. Excellent job by the kick coverage unit to keep him from getting the sideline. And here comes the Navy offense. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Leaves it with the running back. Powers through the defender. What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss.
I think one of the biggest keys in stopping these big physical running backs is you can never let them get momentum running downhill, and I think that was a big factor on that play. They didn't get him right away. He was able to break a tackle, but he couldn't get the speed going, and as a result, he's going backwards. That's a big TFL for the defense.
This quarterback part of their running game. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
You just hold your breath every time this QB keeps the football in the running game, man. With his speed, he's a threat to hit the home run every time he totes the rock.
Motion from the wide receiver. Wants to throw. It's Tebow. Fires to the tight end. Still on his feet at the 45. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
As a defense, it's so hard covering this guy. Because of his frame, you're not really going to match up, but this guy's also got some wheels. The hard part is bringing him down after the catch. This guy's like a giant giraffe. You're just lions hanging on his neck trying to drag him to the ground. Not easy to do.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
They won't have time to run another play, and we will take it to the 2-minute timeout. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. The toss sweep to the right. Turning it on. He'll be pulled down after a good run. They'll mark it at the 15.
When you're running up the middle, you got so many big boys on the inside. When you run this toss out wide, it's nice because you get away from all the beef. You get to get on the perimeter, make some of those little guys make some tackles out wide. The running back really appreciates when you give him some tosses.
Off play action on first down. And out of bounds right at the 12-yard line.
I got to be honest. I know the defense respected this guy's running ability. I don't know, though, if they knew it was this good. He has been gashing them in this game with his legs, and already you're seeing the defense now make some adjustments to slow this guy down. They were able to get him to the ground. He's still got a couple yards, but this has got to continue for this defense. You know he is going to carry the ball.
Now the toss. Runs through the tackle. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down. They can't pick up the first without scoring. They'll send the back in motion. On 3rd and short, the power run here. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, midshipman.
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
Lining up for the PAT. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. So a drive there of 82 yards, and it was capped off with the 8-yard run. So the kickoff team will come out after they turn in a score on that last drive. On the move from inside his 5. And the coverage team able to make the tackle.
And your Florida State Seminoles will take over 1st and 10.
They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Back to throw, it's Simpson. Here's the pressure. Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
Man, that's one you expect him to make in his sleep, right? He's one of the better receivers in the entire country. He just dropped that one over the middle of the field.
Now on 3rd and 10, if they can move the chains here, maybe they can get this drive started. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. He makes a catch. He's down at the 27. They can stop the clock, and this is a first down.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Gonna take a shot. Snags it inside the 20. Ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, and he's got it just outside the 10 at the 11.
And that is such an accurate throw. It's one thing to do it from the pocket when you have your feet set underneath you, but when you can get outside, off schedule, on the move, and throw a dart like that, that is just big time, and the offense gets a huge explosive play.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
No gain on the play.
And nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Looking to throw, it's Simpson. Steps away to find some room. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown Seminoles. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
Well, that was a huge touchdown late here in the first half for their confidence offensively. They want to be able to keep this thing close, obviously, or take the lead going into the second half. So if they kick the extra point here, you tie it up. But you've also got the option here to be aggressive and try and take the lead with a 2-point conversion. We'll see what they do.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? They're going to throw it to start the drive. Got a man. It's Owens. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Making side adjustments here. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Complete to the right. They get him out of bounds. Couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling. Throwing the comeback looks like such a simple throw, but the timing is so important.
And as a quarterback, man, this is all about trusting your...
Fires toward the end zone. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. Navy will kick it deep to get the second half underway. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Looking downfield, it's Simpson. Oh, it's picked off. That's not the start they hoped for. Touchdown, Navy! And what a turn of events as this defense gets the pick 6. What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this.
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
And the Seminoles with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Wants to fire on second down. Oh, they're after him. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
It's a smart decision by the quarterback, but it's a frustrating one also because you're trailing in this game and you know you've got to hit some of these throws to get back in it. But the defense is doing such a good job in coverage. Nobody's open, so you've got to throw that one away. Smart decision, but it's a tough decision to make.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. Back to throw, it's Simpson. Unloads it left. With the catch, it's Smith. He is denied. Cannot get to the first down marker, and it's fourth down coming.
Listen, you hear all the time about how important it is to stay on schedule offensively, right? And this is a perfect example. You just can't have negative plays early in drives because even when you come up with big plays like we just saw, you're still miles away from picking up this first down. You're making it so hard on your offense.
Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And that one falls incomplete. And the Golden Eagles will get us underway with the opening kickoff. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return.
On the set.
They'll give it to the back. Gets it across the 30 to the 31. A pickup of 5.
He's brought down.
And after having a nice gain like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and taking a shot. Because even if it's incomplete on second down, on third, you won't have that long to go.
The midshipman could get really aggressive here on second and short.
29 Phillies.
He'll take it himself. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
No gain on the play. Brings up third.
Navy now facing third and short. Keeps it on the bootleg. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
Now,
And that is how you silence this raucous crowd. Defensively on the road. First drive of the game, setting the tone, getting a huge sack on third down.
On fourth down, going to the air. And they can't connect. A costly turnover on down.
Man, first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point in going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
Looking for a man. It's Flutie. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks on the back end, and he's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to have to settle in.
Goes to the option. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26. And here comes the offense on second down. The give to the back. Gets it across the 30 to the 31. A pickup of 5.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up third and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that second down by this defense.
They make the stop, but not before he picks up a first down for Navy. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Trying to get the edge on the toss. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And every offense has plays that they really hang their hat on. And back in 1970, it was the toss. The toss play used to be the thing. You don't see as much of this nowadays. It's early in the game. Maybe it's something you want to show. Or, listen.
Sprinting away. The 20. Touchdown, midshipman. He got a step and just dusted the field.
If I'm a play caller nowadays, man, I want more guys like this. Just versatility. You can see he can catch it out of the backfield like a wide receiver, or he can run it. Nice job catching the football with his hands, using his speed to do the rest and get into the end zone.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. To throw, it's Flutie. Got his man. On the move at the 30. Off to the races to the right. He's at the 30. attack. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Southern Miss.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
And the midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
He just has a nose for those little crevices to be able to find space, and he picks up the first down. The Mids are always going to have a threat to run it at quarterback, whether it's Ricky Dobbs or Kaiponoa Kaheaku and Hata.
And then those guys, what do they all have in common? When you play quarterback at Navy, you got to be able to make a lot of decisions on every single play. Make them fast and make the right ones.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat lines. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second.
On the set.
He'll ride his man on the option. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. Trying to make magic with his feet. Quarterback gets the first down. He's finally stopped, but a big play there with his feet as he moves those sticks.
Man, you got to lock in on your keys. When they run this kind of offense and they do the replays, somebody has to account for the quarterback, and they forgot who that was, and he
got some room headed to the goal line, and he rolls into the house.
4 points of contact. You hear all those stuff from your defensive coaches, but you know what? Sometimes the guy's just better than you. He makes a play and gets in the end zone.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And it was capped off with an impressive 18-yard touchdown run. No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. To the air. It's Flutie. Quarterback strolling away from heat. Makes the grab. It's dealt. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin. Really good job when this play went off script, and that's the job of a tight end. Find the soft spot and stay in the quarterback's field of vision.
Yeah, and it's just frustrating to play this kind of style of quarterback. That's always going to extend the play, make it harder on you as a defense. You got to guard longer in the back end, and just did a nice job getting outside the pocket and getting it to the big fella at tight end.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw away.
Second down, he'll throw it. And he dropped it, just didn't look the thing all the way in.
Oh, man, the big fellas, they usually have the soft hands. Your security blanket is your tight end, but that one hit him in the hands, and he just couldn't pull it in.
It'll be 3rd and long. Gonna look downfield again. Under fire. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. 3 straight misfires has left them staring at 4th and 10, but they'll try it again. Snagged in the middle. It's Moore. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
Well, that tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it. But when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
To the air on 1st down. Got out of trouble and throws. Oh, he makes the play. It's intercepted. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Motion from the back. Trying to turn the corner on the right. Shakes off the defender. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock.
Timeout, Navy.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw. Working that left side now. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31, and a big pickup on that one.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hand. Explosive play for this offense.
Man, the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well now.
And, guys, you know the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because you've sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run down the quarterback.
Wow, you got to be in shape, chasing him around all day on design runs, on scrambles, and, you know, it's just, and the +1 advantage you get by having that guy. It's so hard to defend.
Here comes Navy back to the line after picking up the 1st down. Looking for a crease. It's Bettis. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. They'll immediately call time.
Just like to see the
Way of the half.
That's the end of the first half.
The returner will field it and bring it back. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19.
Take over. 1st and 10.
Southern Mississippi ready to send that offense back onto the field. They start this 3rd quarter, 1-possession game and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the 3rd quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping to run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver and knocking it loose.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Scanning the field, it's Flutie. Under fire. A pickup of 8 now to convert this 3rd and 2.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. That one never had a chance. Incomplete. They're a couple of yards short of the 1st down, but the offense will stay out there on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And that is interception number 3 on the day.
Defensive backs have tough jobs. I mean, you think about whether you play
Navy ready for kickoff as we get this game started. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18.
On the set. Let's go.
To the air, it's Simpson. Right down the middle. On target to the left. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44. This tight end just creates matchup problems no matter how you try to defend it.
How about the catch radius on him, too? So as a quarterback, you don't have to be perfect when throwing it to him. You just got to get it somewhere in his vicinity, and he can come up with the catch.
Looking downfield on first down. He's going to throw deep right side. Got it! And he will score! Touchdown, Gamecocks!
This offense is so explosive, they can change the scoreboard in a flash. You just saw that on that drive.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a two-play drive. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The give to the back. Fights off the defender. Got it across the 20 and out to the 23. A pickup of 4. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. A designed run for the quarterback. Tackled at the 29. Let's give him 5 on that one.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It
Breaks into the open. Got the first down. Looking for more. He flips his field in an instant, and he's got him set up at the 20.
This guy strikes fears into the hearts of every defensive coordinator, David, with that speed. If you give this guy any open grass, man, he's gone.
It's just silly. Look at the angles, people trying to catch him, but he's got so much juice. He can outrun those angles and make enormous plays.
After that huge play, let's see if they can punctuate it. It's 1st and 10 from the 20. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Pulls it in. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. You want to talk about building a drive around a guy. First on the ground and now using him in the passing game.
And you get so much bang for your buck because you can split him out wide. You can fake it to him and throw it. This is the guy that really stretches the field and makes you decide how you want to defend him. A linebacker, a safety, whatever it is, it's usually not good enough when he's receiving the ball out of the backfield.
Knocked down at the 7-yard line. 1st and goal. Navy.
Now on 1st and goal as they try to answer that opener with a touchdown of their own. They'll try to get it in with the run. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. If you don't tip the scales at 3 bills, stay on the sidelines. Big boys in the goal line D. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, midshipman. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. They'll try to put a drive together starting from their own 12. Motion from the wideout. Looking to throw at Simpson. Throws to the wideout. Makes the grab. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the second drive, he's firing on all cylinders. You can tell this guy did his homework coming into this game, and right now it's paying off.
Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the left. Across the 50 and down and out of bounds at the 44. A good pickup on that one.
As a head coach, you love to see your quarterback locked in early in games. And in the first drive, leads the offense down to a touchdown, throws a TD pass, and here he is again, making a really good decision and a very accurate throw to pick up that first down.
Working on the right. Around and forced out of bounds. Mark it right at the 16-yard line, and man, are they in business. Now from inside the red zone. Here comes the heat. Touchdown, Gamecocks! Made the grab in the end zone for the score. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Creates a little space. There he goes. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield. We've reached the break. It's South Carolina holding the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. First play of the period, first down here. Quarterback keeper. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
And you could tell if the QB wants to run, he's going to be a big part of the game plan, and the defense really, really understands that. I got to understand, and more importantly, when I get a lick on this cat, I got to take it. Like, not dirty, not cheap shots, but end-of-the plays, when I can be physical and really make him feel me, I think that'll always bode well in a fourth quarter game.
The midshipmen come to the line facing 3rd and short. Sends it back in motion. He's into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 47.
And I feel like the option is a play that this guy can run in his sleep. He's constantly making the right decision, so I love it here. 3rd down, you're putting it on him to do the right thing. He had to keep the football there. The defense took everybody else away. It was open for him, so he's able to just pick up enough to keep this drive moving and keep the sticks rolling.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Well, they made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss and pick up a bunch of yards and maybe get a big play out of it.
And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage. Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move their defensive lineman out of the way, at least create them.
And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. Recovers the fumble, and he's on the move.
It's so hard to force fumbles, and when you do, you so badly want to get them. You're crawling, you're doing whatever you can to get there as a defender, but the offense fortunate enough to cover it back up.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. Down to 2 minutes to play in the half, and the referees signal for the 2-minute timeout. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. Might be calling a hot route. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it. Here comes Navy back to the line after picking up the 1st down. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. To the air, it's Tebow. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. He's out of bounds at the 26-yard line.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
Nice play call, QB sneak, yet another 1st down. And this offense, they've been on the field for some time now. They're helping their defense out, giving them some wins so that when they get back on the field, they'll be ready to play with their hair on fire.
Toss sweep to the right. They'll say he stepped out of bounds right at the 17.
I think the toss does a really good job of getting the football on the edge quickly. You know, you toss it out there to the running back, you better block the defensive end. That's priority number 1. Good job blocking the defensive end, get a nice positive game in the toss play.
The midshipmen move the sticks with that powerful running game. Use the play fake, now to throw. That's a live ball. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. Racing to the right. The 40. The 20. Touchdown, South Carolina. The defense takes matters into its own hands.
And that's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas. Try to make this a 2-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the second half to get some stops.
So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. Brings it back out to his own 29-yard line before going out of bounds, and his offense will have the ball there. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Bringing the heat. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Navy will try to fight its way out of this hole here on second down. Dropping back, it's Tebow. Fires to the right. And he just overshot his man. Out of bounds, incomplete.
Man, this is an unbelievable.
And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Pressure coming. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down.
In most instances, I would say really, really nice decision by the quarterback. But when you've got speed like this guy has, I think you'd sometimes, instead of throwing it away, would like to see him take off and see if he can go make something with his feet.
Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. They're working that left side. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
Well, one thing you got to say about this guy is he's very, very poised. He knew he had that defender bearing down on him. He got hit right as he threw it. Still, though, it didn't affect his accuracy. Nice job getting that completion.
Navy now facing 3rd and short. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. This is an area of the field where it's really advantageous to just go for it. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work.
And this offense chooses to be aggressive. Listen, once you start getting to midfield, you see most offenses be aggressive, and they took their chance, and they failed. Now, early in the game, a chance to create momentum to swing back to the other side of the football field.
Looking for a man, it's Simpson. Hauls it in. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half.
South Carolina, 21, Navy, 7.
And the Gamecocks will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. On the move from inside his 5. Solid return, decent field position as he goes out of bounds at the 30. And Navy will go back on the attack. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the 3rd quarter.
Down 2 possessions.
Gashes them in the middle. Past the 10. Touchdown, Navy! He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
Man, it's easy to call plays when I got guys like this who can take the ball and rip it 70-plus to the house. How about the speed? He showed you a little bit of wiggle. This dude's got it all. Nice touchdown run by the running back.
And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. On the run from inside his own 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They're still holding the lead, but hoping to flex a little muscle on this drive. Back to pass, it's Simpson. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection. Catch in the middle, it's Hunter. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback could throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page.
Going to take a shot. Makes the grab inside the 30. A huge play there as he has it inside the 20 at the 19.
Well, this offense is showing you it doesn't take a lot of time for them to generate explosive plays through the air. Big completion on the previous play. They take another shot and hit it, and they have completely flipped the field.
From the red zone, looking for a space. Grabbed over the middle. It's Becker. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
And that is exactly where the football was supposed to go. Offensive coordinators call drag routes, anticipating man coverage. Even though the ball's only traveling 2, 3, 4 yards down the field, if the receiver is able to get a rub and create some separation and the quarterback hits him in stride, that little completion, that can turn into a 20, 30-yard gain.
He'll pull it on the read. Touchdown, Gamecocks! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Man, you've seen the evolution of the option, and you've seen the evolution with the scrambling quarterbacks that can run and be so dynamic and just so much to defend. The quarterback says, forget that. You defend everything, I'll take it myself. In for 6.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They get him stopped, and he was close to taking that one a long ways down at the 38. And here comes the Navy offense. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on, now I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
And he's cracked the 150-yard barrier and maybe having a Joe Bellino-like day, the former midshipman Heisman Trophy winner.
Unbelievable, just piling up numbers. And here's the thing, you're going to get so many opportunities. You're going to get that ball handed to you. You're going to run the football at Navy as much as anybody in the country.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Dropping back, it's Tebow. That's caught. It's Owens. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
Really nice job to convert that third down, and they've got it at the 33.
And the offense almost exhausted all of their options that time. On the option play, third down, it wasn't the running back, it wasn't the quarterback. That had to go to the pitch man, and he barely was able to pick up the first. Good execution, great decision-making, and the drive stays alive.
To the ground with the back. And he moved it slightly forward. Defense played it well. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. On the option, he'll keep it himself. Leaves it with the back. He's knocked down for a loss of 7. That's the end of the quarter, and South Carolina has the lead. And they are starting to pull away as we come to the end of the third quarter. Let's take a look at how we got here. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. He's going to take off. And he couldn't find quite enough running room to reach the line to gain.
There was just nowhere to go with the football for the quarterback throwing it. So he tried to create, he tried to extend the play with his legs, just not able to get away from the defense, and now we have 4th down.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Makes a grab past the marker. Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up.
Well, you got to give this quarterback a ton of credit because he showed tremendous confidence on that throw. That wasn't just trying to throw to the sticks. That was being aggressive and throwing it down the field. Not a high percentage throw, but he had confidence in his guy to win one-on-one and to keep the drive alive.
He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run.
Well, you saw that broken tackle, David. This defense has to do a real good job with gang tackling to stop this guy today.
You cannot assume one guy's going to get him to the ground. Everybody's got to swarm to the football, all eyes on him, and play physical.
And they get nothing. The ball remains at the 2-yard line. They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Gets the back moving. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. Touchdown, midshipman! And they take it in for 6 more points. Old Uncle Mo has changed sidelines.
Look out, brother. Here's what happens, right? Something happens, get you close in the ball game. The defense needs to come out here, get a stop, get that ball back to the offense. Oh, Uncle Mo on your side.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point cuts the lead to 7, 28-21. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers properly to pay off that last scoring drive. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive.
Carolina Gamecocks will take over 1st and 10.
South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They'll move the wide receiver. Dropping back, it's Simpson. He lobs one high down the left side. Makes the grab on the big throw. And that one looked as if it might go all the way, but they picked up more than 40 yards before the touchdown-saving tackle. This offense capable of exploding at any moment. Now they're set up inside the 30 with a 1st and 10. He'll do it himself. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
All right, if you're a quarterback in that situation, you know there's nowhere to go, so just
cut your losses.
You're right, absolutely. Slide, don't take the extra punishment. You just give up on the play.
The Gamecocks have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. As they come to the line on 2nd down, ordinarily you might go up top, but they need to keep this one on the ground, keep that clock winding. Wants to go up top. And it's taken away by the defense, and they desperately needed that turnover. Going the other way, and he's got room. They finally make the stop, and not only the huge turnover, but the big return has them set up in business.
Well, this offense really felt coming into today that they were going to have to throw the football. And for the most part, David, this quarterback has been lights out. That time, though, he lets it get away from him a little bit, and that was a critical INT for the defense and their confidence.
They needed something, man. They've given up a lot of yards, and that's the thing about the defense. Just sometimes it can change in one play. They make the interception, they force the turnover, and hopefully, for their sake, maybe get in the quarterback's head just a little bit.
Well, that guy is so quick coming out of his stance. Did you see how fast he got to the ball carrier to get that tackle for loss? Wow.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Fires to the big fella. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size.
And this offense has got to pick their spots, right? Like, you got to use the sideline if you can, get the big plays and get the first downs. Be very smart here down the stretch of this game, maximizing yards or maximizing time.
Navy lifts anchor in the red zone. A run for the quarterback. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it at the 12. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Here comes Navy back to the line after picking up the first down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Using his feet. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Back in motion, trying to clear the picture. Toss to the outside. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
Yeah, and you see in the red zone, all the bodies start to come inside. And a lot of times you try to find a way to get to the perimeter. This offense does a good job. They toss the football. Nice job by the defense. Now, forcing a 3rd down.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
And this offense has been a struggle bus. I mean, just call it like it is, guys. It hasn't been good, especially the passing game. And I'll tell you what, QB's played better games before. And I'm interested to watch. Can he stay positive? Can he finish this game off on a good note?
On 4th down, they're taking to the air. The throw. Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive.
And this offense does not come up big. Man, you needed that first down. And listen, the communication with this offense and the execution has left a little bit to be desired, and especially in a big moment right here when you had to have a score and you had to have the 4th down conversion.
To the air, it's Simpson. Quick strike complete. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. And the Gamecocks inside the final minute trying to wind this clock to 0. Back to pass on second down.
Man, as a defense, you're salivating in this territory. You want to get that safety. You want to put your hands over your head, clasp them together. I got him in the end zone. Nice job by the defense being ready, rushing the quarterback, almost getting the safety.
Standing in his own end zone, looking to throw. Working that left side. And he fights his way, but they'll stop him just short of the line to gain. It's fourth down. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Now this is rolling the dice, or perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up. Boy, this could really backfire if they don't convert on fourth down. They'll run for it. Stopped at about the 25-yard line, but it'll be a first down.
How about that? You got the lead late in the game. Get some first downs. Salt this clock away. This is the exact position you want your offense in.
Imposing their will, right, David? I mean, we know we're running it. You know we're going to run it. We're trying to ice this game. There's nothing you can do to stop us.
To the ground. He's got it again. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Really nice job stopping the run, but the problem is you have 0 timeouts left. You cannot stop the clock right now if you're the defense, so this has got to be excruciating for them. They know the offense is just going to take their time before they snap the ball.
Sometimes it's just not your day. Things just didn't work, and that seemed to be the case here.
They didn't get the W. They didn't do enough. But now you start to think about, what could I have done differently? What do I need to become more offensively? Defensively, what can I morph into to make those extra plays, Jesse? That might be the difference in the next game that I play.
Yeah, David, they just need a little bit more. They need a little bit better effort next week. They're going to need better preparation this week in practice. There's no doubt this team has a lot of talent, but we just need a little bit more to ensure that this doesn't happen next week again.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.